Welcome back, Rhody Foody fam, guys. We are here at Subway. Got a AAA guy parked next to me. So this video is going to be two parts. One, we're going to taste test some of the new stuff at Subway. Part two, it's going to be a life/channel update for, I've been owing you guys an update with things happening and how it's going to translate into, how it's going to translate into a live that we're going to be doing real soon. So, but first, let's eat. Subway just came out with some of my favorite buzzwords ever in the game. And I asked for extra sauce in this baby. Look at that, extra sauce for the bouse. But this is the new Baja Steak and Jack sub. It's part of their Eat Fresh Refresh. I kind of like that name. I know it's cheesy, it's kind of corny, but they got me. But all my favorite buzzwords, they got Baja, they got the word steak in there, and Jack cheese. So they have the shaved steak, guys. You guys can see that there. Spicy pepper jack cheese, green peppers, onions, and they got a new sauce for the bouse. Baja Chipotle Sauce is what they're calling it. And it's supposed to be a little smokier. So let's do this. By the way, if I was to redo this, I would probably stuff it with more veggies, but I wanted to get it how they do it. Very, very similar. Very, very similar to the Southwest sauce, which I used to put on everything, by the way. So you want a tuna sandwich with Southwest? Yes, son. Don't question me. I know what I'm about. I never spoke to anybody like that, but just saying. Yeah. So, in my eyes, I think the only thing that's really new is the sauce, but also buffalo chicken dip, kettle cooked Lay's potato chips. These right here are definitely new, and you can only get them at Subway. Let's wash it down. Obviously, I think they did them for game day. These are no-brainer. Nice color on them. Look at that. Got that buffalo red, as I like to call it. Buffalo chicken dip. See, in my head, I was going buffalo sauce, but no, buffalo chicken dip. These taste Lay's. Guys, I'm not gassing them up, because you guys know how I feel about Subway sometimes. But Lay's, I think, shout out to your scientist. Or your head cooks, whatever you call them. This tastes just like, because it tastes like buffalo chicken. I'm sorry, like buffalo chicken with ranch. It's really weird, like cream cheese, basically a dip. I like those a lot. Does it really go with a steak and cheese? No, not really, son, but you guys know how we live around here. Those are good. Pro tip. Get these, go to Subway, get those, and then go get buffalo dip. And that's what we call the double down double dip. You guys are welcome. Just saying. But yeah, I would definitely add some more things to this. I have to trim this thing, man. That's so gross. But definitely, if you want it, because I saw him, he did the drizzle where he went like this. Nah, homie. Bring it back home. And I tell them a little extra, they go back. You can go, but then I need you to come back. But I will say that this is one of the busiest Subways in Swansea. Swansea's big on Subway. They had like, was there 4? I think it was 4 people working at Subway. I was like, I've never seen a fully staffed Subway since pre-COVID. So they're doing it. They're doing the volume enough to afford 3 or 4 people behind, and I appreciate that. Also, guys, I first of all, I apologize. I took a whiff of this, and I had to take some bites. They brought this back, which I've never had. It's the caramel apple cookie. It's got, look at that. It's got the drizzle on there. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a little blurry, but it's got the chunks of apple, caramel chips, salted caramel crunch, caramel icing right there. There was more icing, but obviously I took a bite. You can see some of the chunkies on the back. This thing is, I almost cursed. This thing is fantastic. Good thing I only got 1, because I knew if I would have got 2 or 3, I would have been done in. Wouldn't have been able to eat the rest of the day. All right, so if you're here for just the food, you can get off of the elevator right now. For La Familia de Comida, Lupe update. Because when we used to do a lot of lives and we used to do a lot of stuff, there would always be kind of questions about me, right? Obviously, I'm Rhody Foody. And you know, I was always very coy, because, and I know some of you are going to come into the comments and absolutely defend me. I know you are, but you don't have to. Or like, Loop, you don't owe explanations to anything or anybody, and I know that, and I appreciate you for that. But this is more for me than anything else. So, 2 things that recently just happened in my life, and I'll get to this. These are kind of these are net positives. So let's start off with that. Okay. All right. So first thing, guys, is a 6+ relationship has come to an end. I was dating an amazing girl. And we are still very good friends. I maintain pretty good friendships with exes. I don't know, people love me. I don't know what it is. But for anybody out there that has had relationships, especially long-term ones, you know that, you know, things change. Things just change. Dynamics change. Goals change. Just everything sometimes just changes, and sometimes it doesn't. And the things that don't change might be the reason why. So, whatever, you know, I think a younger Lupe would have been like, oh man, I wasted all those years with someone that I'm not going to end up spending the rest of my life with. And I think a lot of us battle that, and I think a lot of people use that as an excuse to to stay with someone. So I'm talking general now. I'm not going to get too specific into my situation, but I want to talk like generally. Like, you know, it takes actually a lot of strength and a lot of communication to end a relationship, especially a long-term one, on a really good note. Because I know people that, like, they get so toxic when they break up with someone. They'll like shut them off. They won't talk to them forever. You know, they're petty with them. And that's, if any of you guys have been with this channel from the very beginning, you know that I'm not like that at all. So we're actually currently, at least for now, roommates, right? I know that's its own dynamic in itself. But that just shows you how things, and that'll let you know if you were actually friends in the first place, right? And I guess it also depends on how a relationship ended. I'm sure that if someone cheated, which none of that happened for me, it might be a little more different. But when you're open and honest and communicate, which I am a huge communicator, and I think some people are not used to that, you can end a relationship on a really good footing. So if that's any indication on how I like to treat people and how I communicate, I'm currently living with my ex-girlfriend, at least for the time being, and we're actually being very very light with each other. It's not I think something happens when a decision is finally actually made, and this is going to be a nice tie-in to my next thing, is that when you actually make a decision and you move forward, there is a lightness that happens to you. There's all this like extra stuff that's on your shoulders. It's kind of like and it's so freeing, and it's such a beautiful feeling. And I still love her. It's again, younger Lupe would be like, you can't love someone that you're not with or they're not your family. Of course you can. You give someone 6+ years, almost 7 years of your life. That's 7 holidays, birthdays, just everything, summers, winters, for almost 7 years, that they're going to hold a special place in your heart. She has helped me through so many things. I'm going to have to do an appreciation video one of these days. But I've helped her out through a lot of stuff too. So it's best case scenario. So that's that part. Because I know for the last year plus, everyone in the, I wouldn't say everybody, but, folks in the comments, they were primarily more in the lives where they'd be like, Loop, are you dating? Are you single? Blah, blah, blah. Well, officially I am now. But actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm not. I'm dating myself. I'm a relationship guy. I've been in relationships, I've had a couple long-term ones and, some short-term ones. That's just who I am. I'm a Pisces. Yeah, whatever. Right. I'm a hopeless romantic, but I think for the first time in my life, I think what I'm going to do is just take some time off. I'm going to take some time off, date Lupe, date the road, date food, try to just spend time with myself. 2020 has been such a humongous year for me. As you guys know, you're probably tired of hearing me saying this, but 2021 was just basically the sequel. 2022, guys, I just want you to prepare yourself. You see gas prices going up. You're seeing the shelves in the supermarkets get a little bare. I just want you guys to be careful, okay? Don't if you're looking to buy new things, just hold off. All right, just hold up. Make small purchases. Don't make big purchases right now. The second thing, and I'm actually going to make a top 8 reasons why that speak to me personally and directly, but also great advice for other people, is that I have officially joined the Great Resignation. I have quit my job, and I will be looking to do Rhody Foody full time. There is going to be a small ramp up period for me because there's some things I have to do. But again, speaking to 2020, it was a great wake up call. It let me know what's important, what's not important, how I'm being treated, how I'm not being treated, setting boundaries, I'm making a list in my head of what I want to talk about in the next video. I don't know if it's going to be the next one, but it's definitely going to be this week. That it's just going to be a generic video. It's not going to be food involved. I might have a cocktail, but I'm just going to give like top 8 reasons why folks need to kind of leave their toxic job, right? It's so funny when I sent out my my last email to some of the folks, to my coworkers, my access to my email got cut off 10 minutes afterwards. So, but everyone started messaging me to the email address that I had in the email. Bosses don't like when people quit. But all the messages have been positive. Loop, you have a great charisma. You have great personality. You're going to be great. Congratulations. You're leaving the rat race. And it just goes on and goes on. And it's just like these thoughts about working for a certain place are not just your own. Everyone else is thinking them. It's just figuring out that one that when it's time to go. You can only take so much for so long. But I'll get more into that. So basically, Lupe is single and unemployed. That's going to go on my Tinder profile. I'm not going on Tinder. But yeah, guys. So Rhody Foody full-time. We'll do a live. I just couldn't do it this weekend because we did so much. I had so much fun this past weekend. I had so much freaking fun hanging out with the fam and just going to festivals, like stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do with the corporate job, hanging over my shoulder like that. So I love you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm going to go finish this. Sorry that this was more of a talking video than that. But I wanted to give you guys kind of a snapshot of what's happening with me right now so that like, hey, Loop's out there, man. Like, what the heck's he doing in the middle of Montana? And yeah, it's a really bizarre space to be in. When you manifest things, there's this confirmation that I've been saying every day that I actually saw on TikTok, and it goes something like this. I say this every day. Affirmation, confirmation. I forget what the heck it's called, but basically you say it, you manifest it, you make it true to yourself. And this universe, guys, it sounds cheesy. I know it sounds new worldy, agey, but there is energy everywhere. And it's just nuts, the freaking messages that I'm getting through my IG, my Gmail of opportunities. I'm telling you, man, this universe is nuts. So, the affirmation, that's what I'm going to call it, even if that's not what it is. What I say every day is this. I do not chase, I attract. All that belongs to me will find its way to me. I'll repeat it again. I do not chase, I attract. All that belongs to me will find its way to me. And then usually depending how silly I'm feeling, I'll go further with it. I'll go, I do not chase, I attract. All that I want, need, dream, desire, and deserve will find its way to me soon. But basically that's what I put out into the universe. Sometimes several times a day. And I'm telling, man, it is nuts. It's nuts. So much change in the last year and a half. This moment right here, me telling you guys all this, and also Eden got, that's another thing too. Eden she got adopted by the best freaking case imaginable. This family not only lives in a beautiful house, but they're the nicest people. There's another dog that's the size of Eden. And they reached out and said, hey, we're going out of town. Would you like to watch Eden at the end of the month? I never said yes so fast, guys. Like, to have the opportunity to do that is the best case scenario, man. And I love that they're including us. When I say included, my ex and I, including us in the communication and being able to babysit is, I'm telling you, this world is a magnificent place. You just have to open yourself up. You have to manifest things. You have to speak your truth. You have to say what you want, not what you don't want. Right? They always say, one thing that I learned, and I forgot who taught me this, but I've been doing this for about 20 years, is when you're speaking, try to use different words, right? Instead of saying, oh man, I can't do this. No, like can't, won't. Like those negative words. Try using like, really bad example. I can't go to Hawaii next week. All right, this is a really bad example, but stay with me. I can't go to Hawaii next week. I can go in a month though. Like, say things like that, where they're more positive leaning instead of negative leaning. I can't meet you guys for drinks at 8 p.m. Hey, I can meet you for drinks at 9. I can swing through. Yeah, absolutely. Or, hey, maybe next time. Maybe next time. Like, it sounds weird, but trust me, guys, I am living proof. All right, that's all I have for you. This video got way too long. I thought it was like, Luke, keep this video short, you freaking jabbering man. But the cookie, get the cookie, potato chips, this. I love you guys so much. If you guys, we got to get this channel. It's time to turn on the burners. So like, comment, share, subscribe on all videos, even if it's just a smiley face. And let's get it going. Let's get it going. I hope you guys are ready for weekly lives, because I'm going to have more time soon. Right now, just to let you guys know, you're like, Loop, you're saying that you're doing Rhody Foody full time, but you're still not being on Rhody Foody YouTube channel that much. That's because I'm still getting my life together. I have to get like storage units. I'm trying to find a new place to like put all my stuff, and then I got to start planning the road. I have some trips coming up. I'm looking at a freaking cruise right now that I want to go on, like a little foodie cruise with my buddy. And then trying to figure out what the heck are we going to do in 2022, guys? I am at a point in my life, like I was manifesting this about 1.5 years ago. And probably mini manifesting my whole life, right? Oh man, I wish I can just travel. Even if it's just the US for now. Here we are. Here we are. Be careful what you wish for, because you have to be ready for when it's finally here. All right, fam, I'm out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Be well, eat well, and take care of each other.